The average income for real estate agents last year was $54,330. The average home price was about $363,000, and the average commission rate for real estate agents across the United States was 2.72%, or $9,800. This means that the average real estate agent sells about 6 homes a year. So what I want to do in today's video is show you exactly how you can beat 90% of the real estate agents out there by selling at least 2 homes every single month, resulting in you earning $20,000 in income. So I want to be extremely conservative with what I'm about to walk you through, the numbers and the ratios that we're going to talk about. I want to be very, very conservative. I don't want it to be optimistic. I want you to look at this and say to yourself, okay, there's a lot of logic there because we've done a worst case scenario that if you do what is outlined in this video, that there wouldn't be any way you couldn't sell at least 2 homes per month. And so I'm going to jump into it. Before we do it, like always, if you want help to implement any of the stuff that we're talking about in today's video and you want to have a conversation about potentially coaching, I'll put a link beneath this video for you to learn more. All right, so 2 closings a month. Here's what that means. Let me give you some context around what we need to do in order to make this happen for ourselves, in order for us to beat 90% of the agents out there. Number 1, we have to list 4 homes a month minimum. And we need to do this because, again, I'm being conservative and assuming that 50% of the homes you list simply won't sell. Maybe it's price, maybe it's the condition of the home, maybe it's a seller who is unmotivated or unrealistic. Whatever the case may be, this assumes that you will only sell 50% of the listings that you take. Now, most of you watching this probably would say to yourself, well, I sell more than that. I sell 90%. I sell 100% of every listing that I take, which is the point, right? I want to make this a bulletproof plan so there's zero way that you can't sell 2 houses a month. I don't want it to be best case. I want it to be worst case. Number 2, if we need to list 4 homes, then the next thing we have to do is we have to go on 8 listing appointments per month. This would assume that you have a 50% close rate, that you don't close every single appointment you go on, that you convert half of the people you go meet with at a listing appointment, say, yep, I'll sign a contract, and the other half go with another agent. They don't hire you for whatever reason. Again, some of you will say, well, I close a lot higher than that. Beautiful. Then things get even better. But this video is about worst case scenario. So 8 listing appointments a month yields you 4 new listings per month, which yields you 2 closings a month. The next thing that we've got to do, if we're going to go on 8 listing appointments, that then means we have to set 12 listing appointments per month. This assumes a 70% appointment set to appointment met ratio. Not every single appointment that we set will come to fruition. Sometimes people will cancel those appointments on you. Sometimes you will cancel those appointments on the prospect. So this assumes a 70% appointment set to appointment met ratio. The next thing that we have to do in order to set 12 listing appointments in a 30-day period of time, we have to generate at least 48 leads a month. And we do all of this through direct outbound prospecting. This assumes a 25% lead to appointment set ratio. In other words, 1 out of every 4 leads you generate through the conversations you have daily turns into an actual appointment. So you need 48 leads a month, every single month, for you to start setting 12 listing appointments per month, for you to go on 8 of them, for you to convert 4, for you to sell and close on 2. That's the conversion waterfall. The next question then becomes, well, how many conversations do we have to have every month in order to generate those 48 leads? Well, the average is a 10% contact to lead generated ratio, which means we need 480 conversations per month in order to generate 48 leads, to set 12 appointments, to go on 8, to close 4, and to ultimately sell 2 homes per month. This breaks out to about 20 conversations a day. So if you're a full-time real estate agent, we take the 480 conversations that you need. We divide that by about 21 or 22 working days in a month. This is with you taking weekends off. And you find yourself having to have about 20 new conversations per day. Now, I want to talk to you about something called contact distribution. Where are those 20 conversations going to come from? I often get asked that in these videos. This is how I would break up those conversations to get the results that we're talking about. I would run a 5-5-5-5 strategy. On on this contact distribution. So if I'm coaching an agent, they need 20 conversations a day to hit their goal of selling 2 houses per month. This is how we might break that up. 5 conversations a day with expired listings, 5 conversations a day with for sale by owners, 5 conversations a day with absentee owners. And then lastly, 5 conversations circle prospecting, or better yet, bullseye prospecting, where we take a specific listing, we go into a specific neighborhood and we communicate that that house had multiple offers on it and we're trying to see who else is looking to sell. That's how I'd break up those 20 conversations. So you're just checking off the list every single day, 5 conversations with different lead source to yield you your 20 conversations a day. Now, if you follow this plan and you hit the ratios that we've outlined in this video, there can't be any way that you don't sell at least 2 houses per month. The only way that that is absolutely possible, rather, is if we don't have the conversations every day. If we sometimes have the 20 conversations and sometimes we don't, but we need a minimum of 480 conversations a month. Okay, so about 500 or so. If you were to look at that and say, okay, if I annualize that, we need about 6,000 conversations over the course of a year for you to end up in selling 24 homes, which would generate a multiple 6-figure income. It's very simple. It's not easy, but it's a simple framework to consider that's straightforward, that removes all the emotion, all the complexity from what we have to do to go out there and win in this business of real estate sales. The only thing that we have to ask ourselves is, are we willing to do the work?